Okay, let's go with some third division here. We have Xool versus Persian Douche United in the League of Empires. I'm back with Capture H and hoping for the best here. Might need to set some. No, that's fine. And the map, the weapon of choice for the map is Four Lakes, which let me just see if I can find out whose home map this is, unless someone can tell me. Yep, this is Xool's home map. So Xool going for the Four Lakes for the team game. Let's see what civs they picked for this one. We have Aton with the Huns. Pretty much a classic for Four Lakes because Huns, they have such mobility in the Cav Archers and fully upgraded Paladins. And if they, and also not to mention they never need to build houses, so the fish boom is just so smooth while you're doing other stuff at the same time. So that's quite useful for Huns pocket here. Wonder if we'll see Paladins or if we'll see heavy Cav Archers here. That remains to be seen, of course. But I love the pick. It's good for Four Lakes. To the right side, we have TPW with the Koreans. So Koreans more streamlined towards an Archer civ these days. They get the defense upgrade instantly upon reaching the next stage. But I can see... I don't think we're going to see any turtle ships here to contest the water, but on the other hand, they do get those tower upgrades instantly. So if the Koreans want to obstruct the fish income of the opponent, you can actually just sneak a villager over at some point and drop towers, and they will become guard towers and keeps throughout the ages, so that the fish of the enemy can be obstructed that way as well. That could be a kind of a niche way to contest the waters. But let's just expect archers from TBW here. And finally, to the left side, we have Tobakin with the Incas. Incas can perfectly well go for archers as well, but I think Tobakin might have something else in mind here. The infamous Incas villagers and tower rush, maybe. We'll see if they play it conventionally or if they just go full YOLO tower rush style. That's a long walk to get to the dock, but she's gonna do it eventually. 5 on wood, pretty common for builds with water. You need more wood income to sustain your fish production for the long run. Now, as for Xool, on the other side, we have Antoine in the pocket, playing as the Lithuanians. Also a lovely pick for Four Lakes. If you have watched Survivalists YouTube channel, you know that he has a sick, like 22 or 23 pop fast castle Lithuanians for Four Lakes, where you basically sustain double stable, nice production, almost with Fish Boom alone. I'm sure this could apply for teaming as well, but this dock is going up at more at a normal pace here. The advantage of being Lithuanians on Four Lakes is that you could focus on wood straight away, get your dock up early, and just get that sick Fish Boom going. So you have two strong cavalry civilizations in the pockets here. Might see some paladins fighting between them, and all that more reason for Lithuanians to pick up the relics across the map here, which arguably seem very much in favor of Xool here. One there, one there, one there, and there. To the left side, we have Port Raven with the Portuguese. And yeah, good civilization these days. Portuguese, 20% less gold for any gold unit. If you can get to the fully upgraded organ guns at some point, that's just going to be ridiculous. But I think Port Raven will play more conventionally into the archers here with Portuguese to begin with. They have some strong options on water as well, but that more applies to pure water maps than a hybrid map like Four Lakes. And the last one for Xool is Rooster with the Japanese here to the right hand side. Playing in the red color with the Japanese. Will have tankier fishing ships, as you can see, 120 HP, so extra armor as well. So hard to kill Japanese fish. They have a higher work rate as well, boosting the food income from fishing. And Yeah, Japanese also likely to go for the archers here on the flank side, I'd say. You'd have other options, but you could say, for example, that the Incas if the Incas were on the opposing team and went Cabayux, the Japanese could make Samurai to counter the unique unit. But I don't see any strong... Maybe Samurai versus Tarkans, I don't know. Because Samurai have a bonus damage against unique units. But that's very situational usage. I guess Samurai can come in handy against Dovahkiin going for Eagle Warriors or something, or even Cabayux. So Feudal Age is on the way for the players here. Definitely going to be Scouts play for the pockets here. 23 pop for the yellow pocket and Atten with 25, but also has the barracks up here. We have some walling in progress, and Aldwell is not immediately dropping a stable there, timing a bit off. So actually lost the window of opportunity there to get a good head start over Atten in the Scouts production. Let's have a look at the actual idle times and stuff here. Atten 20 seconds and then 34, not too indifferent there. Fourth Raven TBW with exactly 42 seconds each. That's a bit funny. And then Rooster and Dovahkiin with solid low idle times here. So it looks like Persian Douche United wants to go for an early team wall here, whereas Rooster is making more of a local one here. Walling kind of in towards DC and dropping the second range as well to boost the archer numbers here early on. No wielders down so far this game. Fourth Raven as they are going for the men-at-arms here with the Portuguese. They cost less gold as well, so you could easily afford another man-at-arm with the Portuguese if you want to. This looks like a good early engagement for Fourth Raven here. We'll definitely get the kill. Should anyway. Yeah, there's the first villager. No, take the weakest one. Come on, man. Oh, never mind. He got both. Oh, amazing value from Fourth Raven on Dovahkiin early on here. 3 villagers down to the men-at-arms and starting scout. And who cares if Fourth Raven loses the scout cavalry here now? The damage has definitely been done. Dovahkiin with men-at-arms forward as well. And getting a villager in return here. Nice. Oh, that's... Yeah, that took some commitment. What I'd like to see from Dovahkiin is contesting this pawn on this side though, and not give Fourth Raven full free fish boom. It's not been walled off by any means, so you could easily sneak a villager in the corner here and get out some pirate galleys to stop a greedy fish boom of the purple player to the left side here. So what's the RB situation? 6 scouts for Lithuanians, 8 scouts for Huns. Could be a housed issue. There's the run in here. There's the switch up the color here to make it a bit easier to tell the difference between the pocket colors here in green and yellow. Yeah, it seems like a very solid engagement for Atten early on here. But there's also a larger investment which could show in the eco disposition here of Anduin actually able to click the cast stage very soon now, provided that both the buildings needed are in place. Blacksmith stable is up. Why more villagers now? Why not just click the castle H? Okay, I want wheelbarrow first. Fair enough. Men-at-arms still at large for Dovahkiin, at least one of them, and could still be annoying here since Fourth Raven isn't fully walled. But the archers are out, should be cleaning this up easily. Yeah, there goes the man-at-arms. And here comes a villager kill from Dovahkiin on the left-hand side. Archers doing work here. I actually want to go back to the Eco KD here to see if there's any progress, because it's kind of significant in the early stage of the game. Atten coming to join in to help here, to work together with Dovahkiin in a 2 vs 1 here, which would be very nice here against 4th Raven's numbers. 4th Raven, no fetching, but that goes for Incas as well. Incas do kind of have the hill advantage, but the scouts... Oh, they're standing here pounding away at the house. What are you doing? You need to help your teammate, not give up the hill like this. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, they're pulling back out. I think that makes sense given the numbers of 4th Raven. I think still think it's a fight that could be taken with scouts in between if Dovahkiin is competent in a micro here, but no need to stress it. Anduin to the cast stage now, behind Atten, but with slightly more economy to back it, and wheelbarrow as well. So I guess, all things considered, Anduin actually has a 3 villager lead over Atten here, and a better farm economy considering wheelbarrow is in. Second stable going up. They're both gonna play the knights here by the looks of it. Oh, the sneak villager! Oh, that's sneaky. That's so sneaky before the walls go up, just passing right through there, unbeknownst of 4th Raven's armies. Brilliant. Good sneak. Black Forest style. That's gonna catch 4th Raven off guard, and 3 docks. 3 docks on this little pond. Or little. There's not a lot of fish to be taken here, but I think 3 ponds might be 3 docks might be a little bit of an overkill. So on the top right side we have a 2 vs 1 situation here with TBW with archers and skirms against pure archers from the Japanese here, but the pocket scouts are still here as well, and they probably have bloodlines by now. Bloodlines and defense, nice. Looks like a good forward for Persian Jewish United here. Still amazed that that will go through, yeah. I think if the archers were on stand ground patrol, they might have seen you. Hey, 4th Raven didn't see this. No idea. Very nice sneak. So, Castlage on the way for TBW. They shouldn't really be out with this army on the field alone now that Pocket has knights out. And crossbow is in for Rooster. This is a tough one for TBW with 26 seconds to go to the cast stage. This could be an amazing fight for the Japanese, even fighting alone here. Fighting uphill, not ideal obviously, but here they come to chase and will take this hill back. TBW will have to pull back home, and there's the cast stage, and crossbow should kick in. Ooh, it's behind an archer here. That is quite a few seconds wasted for the crossbow upgrade. Bodkin will kick in, that's gonna help, of course, but... yeah, as long as you dodge the Japanese archers, you're fine, I guess. Even Elite Skirm joining the mix here, then that could be more than decent once the upgrades kick in. Crossbow is in. No, it's not. It's in 10 seconds. Okay, 3 dogs for 3 dogs here. We're not joking around here for Dovahkiin. Really want to punish the Portuguese fish boom on this side. And the 4th Raven has recognized it, though he has only 1 fire galley out. That's not enough. A potential 2v1 situation here, but Atten and TBW aren't staying closely enough together here. They are going to get the hill though, and this should be an amazing fight against Rooster. Just look at the HP difference here, and the fact that TBW has quite a few elite skirms in the mix as well. Nice pressure on both sides here. Dovahkiin pushing with some crossbows all alone here as well. Again, taking the hill here, going to snipe some crossbows and villagers. Not looking good for Xool at this moment, even though the eco and military situations are comparable here. It's a close game indeed. But right now the fights are really going in favor of PdU. Great engagements here. So no ballistics for TBW yet. Do we have a university? It's going up now, so we're going to see ballistics. That is already in for the Japanese, so that's a big advantage for Rooster, but Rooster is still taking some losses here. 2642 KD. So very nice KD for TBW, or 40. Only lost 16 units here. Pretty impressive. Siege workshop on hill now. Let's see the left hand side, what's going on here. Fourth Raven is on the offensive again and kind of pushing Dovahkiin back here, but he has lost a lot of fish. Look at the villager count of Fourth Raven, really relying on the fish income here. Went from 50-ish villagers down to 34 just like that, and that should show in the eco department of Fourth Raven as well. Only 3 on food now. No farm eco whatsoever, relying completely on the fish. Not ideal. Oh, sorry. In the meantime, Persian Douche United are going into full boom mode here. 3 TCs for both the flank and the pocket, and 2 for the Japanese on the right, no, Koreans, sorry, on the right hand side as well. Semi-forward siege workshop for Fort Raven though shouldn't be an issue if the pocket player provides some ice to the field. I like that there's a monk out as well to try and contest relics, where the relic situation is 2 for Lithuanians. Nice, that's +2 attack for Lithuanians already. And looks like Green is making a better job at producing the numbers here. Kind of working a 2v1 here, but still Dovahkiin took quite a few losses to the crossbow numbers. But here Port Raven will be losing his whole army, unfortunately. Magnet along the way out could get a lucky shot in here on the line formation archers, but at the cost of all of the army of Fourth Raven going down and still only 39 villagers here. Teammates doing a lot better, of course, 70 and 80, so Fourth Raven has taken the heaviest beating here, losing the naval control. Quite a few knights went down there. They have the +2 defense, but the fight was maybe suboptimal. Why break in here when it's open over here? It's fine, of course. Easier access to the hill. Oh, get him! Come on. Triple stable production for the green pocket now, whereas the Lithuanians one is not really making anything at this particular point. Could be an issue if the Huns player keeps consistent production, as Dovahkiin pushes nicely on their own here. Yeah, good engagement again, keeping Fourth Raven's armies at an absolute minimum here. All 3 ranges producing, but only 4 crossbows in queue for now, and losing villagers again here. 41 villagers. Look at the villager counts. 206 to 244 now, almost 40 villagers lead for Persian Douche United there, who also have a functioning team wall behind this. Rooster and Van looking to counter pressure here, but they're not staying together here. Ballistics? All of them have ballistics. Okay, now they're staying more closer together. Nice. If you're doing a 2v1 play, you need to stay as closely as possible. The knights are a bit far off from the archers now to push. Probably looking for an opening to raid. I like that they're going for the production as well of the TBW here, who doesn't seem to mind one range going down here. There are archers in the ranges as well, but these guys are just chilling out on the hill, hoping that the fight will be taken here. But 4th Raven side doesn't look too promising here. Lots of crossbows roaming around the base. 41 builders still staying still there. All of the docks down. No fish left for 4th Raven. Lost the villager on gold to this side as well. Let's have a look at the Eco KD here. 4th Raven has lost 30 villagers during this game. Ay, ay, ay. So it doesn't help having the Lithuanians pocket with 3 relics if it goes on like this. The Lithuanians might actually do decent in this match because they have 3 more attack than the Hans Knights, but they are still outnumbered. But here comes some more. Andwen is Imperial Age though. We'll be getting Cavalier shortly, hopefully. But there's Imperial Age on the way for the Huns pocket as well, and that economy is just so much stronger for the Huns. Now TBW will be losing some archers numbers here, but comparing to 4th Raven side on the other side, still twice the builders and Imperial Age on the way for TBW here, so I think Persian Dush United are still in a good spot. Here call the Pocket Knights to join in. Still 30 seconds until Imperial Age, but they could, of course, easily engage against crossbows. Let's see for the Knights numbers here. 11 versus 11, that should be Lithuanians win easily here, because the Lithuanians have 3 more attack. Alten needs to back up and hopefully get Cavalier very soon. Cavalier already in for the Lithuanians though, so that is an issue here. Cavalier now with 12 plus 5 attack. Meanwhile, Dovahkiin is doing some serious work still in 4th Raven space, just never letting him back into the game here. A very not hidden away siege workshop here as well. The only thing missing now is a castle drop in the face of 4th Raven, I guess. Defensive castle on the hill for Rooster, I like that positioning. And Cavalier obviously in for the Lithuanians, whereas it's still 40 seconds to go for Aten, who admittedly has more numbers and still could take favorable fights against the Lithuanians' numbers here. 14 seconds. Yeah, I think it's time to engage now against Lithuanians armies. 19 to 34 shouldn't be an issue. 26 knights. Well, now cavaliers here. And the blue with some arbalests to help out as well. Ooh, even some monks here to get some conversions in. That could be nice. Yeah, it was a great fight for Atten there, and look at the ecos between the pockets. Paladin on the way for the Lithuanians. I don't think that's going to do much with 6 Cavalier to benefit from it, sadly. You need more than 2 stables production to justify that Paladin upgrade, or need more numbers, simply. It's... At this point, when I'm with only 5 Cavalier, I think I'd much rather have more Cavalier than 6 Cavalier benefiting from the Cavalier Paladin upgrade, unless you have insane economy behind this. And the food and gold situation looks decent, but a bit too few on gold to justify Paladin upgrade over consistent Cavalier numbers. Atten's numbers are, the KD probably very solid for Atten here, 89, 60, Antwin with 70, 64, so also on the positive side. But in the meantime, 4th Raven is just dying to siege and crossbows of Dovahkiin is about to reach the Imperial Age as well, and will have almost 50 Incas Arbalest to benefit from that. Yeah, this is not looking good for Xool. There's one relic left to be taken here, but I don't think it matters much at this point. 3 Mangonels pushing this crossbow mass, and Arbalest probably soon gonna kick in for Dovahkiin as well. Atten getting the Paladin, and with significantly larger numbers here, 52 Cavaliers against 16. I mean, potentially 52 Paladins against 16, 19, 20 Lithuanians once. Yeah, Anduin is getting severely outnumbered here. Arbalest and Bracer in for our blue friend here. And taking out the 1 out of 3 TCs of the 4th Raven. Let's see if Dovahkiin knows about the relocation here. Not really, but he's probably gonna find that soon enough. There's just no way 4th Raven gets back from this, sadly. It's just an enormous pressure from the opposing Inca's flank here. Not going for the GC Inca's villagers and towers play, but for men-at-arms into archers and crossbows and arbalests. Let's have a look at the right-hand side then and see some arbalest fighting. Rooster fighting uphill with lesser numbers here. That's never going to end well, sadly, for the Japanese here. And I think we're approaching the GD here in not too long, because it's 3 times the military for Persian Dush United. They also have a 60, 70, 80 military lead here. Yeah, massive, massive military lead for PdU. Dovahkiin has seen one of the TCs to the side here as well, which could be pressured from the hill with Mangonels. But yeah, 4th Raven in this matchup is effectively dead. So 49 builders and 8 crossbows can't really contribute much to the better of the team here. And Atten doing an amazing job from pocket here, more or less, probably pop-capped here, and outnumbering the Lithuanians' pocket by a factor of 30 or so here. Xool aren't a team to give up lightly though, even if they are far behind here. They want to push back. It is their home map after all. +7, so only 1 relic away from maximum extra damage output from the relic for the Lithuanians player. Defensive casts kind of limit the arbalest push, but also kind of not. Dovahkiin getting some good raids in on Anduin here. I think there might even be an opening here to enter. Some valuable traps go down. That's lots of wood and gold going down. And look at this engagement as well. Just diminishing the numbers of Xool again. They are producing. Look at the Paladin production from Lithuania's pocket. It's not looking too shabby now. We'll still need more, but the consistent production. Let's see the eco here. 3 relics helping a little bit with the gold income. 16 on gold for Anduin now. PdU really need to hit the Lithuania's pocket now and get some raids in to diminish that possibility of look at the villagers dead for 4th Raven though. 71, poor guy. That's the downside on being flanking risk, getting completely overrun. So PdU keep pushing the flanks. Surely Lithuanians can't carry it alone if both flanks are dead, but yeah, half the military now, down 100 villagers, but hanging in there. Score 1700 points apart. That's a huge lead for PdU, to be honest. More ranges up from Dovahkiin and 37 Arbalest and increasing with 7 Rangers producing now consistently now. At this point, Anduin could actually consider going into Lightis as well to deal with the Hans Paladins, because Anduin has 3 castles, and since Lightis ignore armor, they're gonna do pretty great against Paladins with the extra damage. Here's the run-in from the pockets though, and I think that should be Athens' fight, even if pikemen are joining in here. Pikemen shouldn't be too scary for those Paladins. They have the full attack upgrades though, that's going to be an issue, but Anduin is the first one to call the GG after losing some significant Paladin numbers, and the first game goes to PdU. Great game on 4 lakes. Really even early on. Look at these players, how nice and early they get double bit axe. Beautiful. And horse collar as well for the first few farms. Not want to stress on hybrid maps, of course, because you won't be placing farms as early as on regular maps. KD should be interesting here. TBW with some impressive numbers here. 156 to 120, and Dovahkiin as well, where 70 of those were probably builders, but still good raids. The eco situation, Huns with the biggest boom here, outbooming the other pocket, Lithuanians here, and should see the uptimes as well. Pockets going for scouts, so going for the village behind below 11 minutes here, and some nice early aggression from both sides there. Alright, let's find the second game as well, which would be PdU's home map then. And by the looks of it, it's going to be Scandinavia, right? So let's just jump into it. Yeah? Okay, this is confusing, but I'll take it. This is new indeed. This is the FFA setup, so maybe they messed up the teams or something. Okay, so military, villager count, idle count. Oof. I don't like this. I don't like this. But let's try and go with it. Yeah, this has to be messed up with the... I don't understand. Wrong rake maybe? Was it showing here? No, they have team scores. Okay. Looks like capture H isn't my friend, though. Scoreboard is not valid. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a restart. Probably a bug. I'm gonna restart the playback as well for practical purposes. Nope. Okay, I guess we're not guess we're not using capture H for this one. Weird. Let's just try it and see what happens. It's going to be an interesting twist. Okay, interesting setup. We'll have to try and pay attention to the individual situation. We actually don't get the scoreboard, which sucks, but it's um, PdU is up 1-0. That would be Anven, TBW, and Dovahkiin's team. What are the different dots? I'm guessing this is the teammates. And let's assume it's villager production when the dot is dark, maybe? I've never casted FFA, I don't do that, so I honestly don't really have any idea. Alright, but Scandinavia it is. We'll try to keep up with capture rate here and look at the individual villager and army numbers. Hope we get to follow the upgrades as they kick in as well. They might show under here or something. But let's look at the Sibs here first. Or Dovahkiin, presumably the pocket here. Pocket Mongols. Nice pick for Scandinavia, considering that there's so much extra hunt. Lots of extra deer to push in quite close to DC here. Perfect for Mongols. Also an extra boar, so Mongols can have amazing uptimes here for scouts or ridiculous fast castle or whatever they want to do. To the right hand side we have Britons for TBW. So going to make use of the Britons extra range archers here. Could come in handy for sure. And to the top side we have the Khmer for Aton. Possibility for battle elephants or siege weapons. Scorpions could probably work in the many choke points around here, like the Khmer heavy scorpions with the unique tech giving them 2 projectiles. Could see that as strong here. As for the other team, we have Rooster on flank here with the Malay. Probably with fish traps, never-ending fish traps in mind, and a bit of water control. And in the pocket we have Indians for 4th Raven. That should be a... I mean, that's a good counter to Mongols if Mongols go for the cavalry play, but if Mongols go for the Mangudai here, I can see Indians struggling, honestly. Because the Imperial camels will be less efficient overall. And finally, to the top side, we have Saracens for Anduin. So the cool thing about this map generation is that it's easier for TBW to dock the right-hand side here and contest the fish of the opponents. And the same thing for Anduin in the top side here to sneak a bill up in the top side there and get the dock up to contest the fish of the other player. We'll see if they do that. Yeah, you were typing as I said it. Nice. Clearing the opponent's locations here now, and fascinating thing about this is that even though it's FFA, the game Capture Age treats this as an FFA. We're seeing seeing the teams here. So I'm guessing this could be team settings in the lobby from the host here, that they didn't lock teams or anything, so they could actually play Diplo here and betray their team in the league. I hope they don't. Right, so whoever hosted this game wanted to spice it up with some Diplo action, so the teams probably aren't locked, so that's why it's showing as an FA here as well. TBW with 28 pop here, going for 3 militia, going to move out here. This is going to be a bit hard to follow, but I'll do my best. They're just chilling out for now, awaiting orders. Here they go. More than decent scouting here, but will the militia action have any merit here? There's not really... I don't really believe in that early infantry aggression for Scandinavia because it's so easy to wall off. And yeah, you're gonna have a hard time breaking in. Dovahkiin with 24 pop now. Can't really see the... How are we supposed to see which age the players are in? Oh, this is going to be hard to keep track of. Let's see if there are any sneak dogs. Not really, not on either side. I'm guessing maybe men-at-arms for TBW here. There's the feudal age for Aten as well. Here's something here. What's going on there? Scouts from the Mongols player. Dovahkiin getting some juicy hits in on 4th Raven here, the Indian's pocket, who has to invest in spears now to survive the aggression here. You know what? I'm gonna go back into Age of Empires here because it's impossible to follow the age progression and everything here. This is probably better. So Dovahkiin with the scouts running around here now, looking for kills, looking for blood. He's gonna get one builder of 4th Raven here now, who is going pretty greedy here with a 33 builders. Feudal Age might be aiming for a faster castle with the Indians here. Didn't go to gold yet, so actually it's more of the scouts plan for the Indians as well, I guess. But what's the plan? Yeah, there's the table. Never mind. But why not contest the water as well? Goes for both sides. You should have a fairly easy time docking the enemy side. Scouts are doing work here though, since Fort Raven is not being allowed to wall off here. Ooh, never send a weak villager to the wall. Ay, 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 ay. That's not gonna end well. This spearman could be contested since there are 5 scouts here. And however you look at it, Dovahkiin with the early scouts investment is getting great value here. Is investing heavily into the feudal age as well, adding some more fish. So there's a good chance that 4th Raven could still beat Dovahkiin to the next stage here, even losing villagers along the way. Still militia, still not doing much here. Maybe they could make a hole in the wall here and allow Dovahkiin scout to get back out. Antoine is almost fully walled. Going for the creative approach here, but is definitely going to secure some wood lines and golds here from ranged approaches. And it seems like PdU are really on the offensive side here. Hold on, let me switch overlay so it looks less messy here. I'll make a quick adjustment to the scoreboard as well. Right. Full speed, please. Normal speed. Yeah, so I think scouts, we could say that Dovahkiin gets amazing value from scouts here. Kills 6 units, that mainly villagers, maybe a spear or two. In the meantime, we have Atten, the Khmer player, going to the Castle Age and getting Bloodlines, so it's going to be a cavalry, maybe battle elephants investment here from Atten, who knows. And also the Britain's player TVW going up here with double ranges into crossbows. Still no sign of enemy investment into fish on either side. I think that's a mistake from both teams. We have Rooster with one fire galley here just to make sure that there isn't any enemy armies on the field, so I like that addition. Patrolling the shoreline here so that any villager trying to place a dock will be noticed. Fourth Raven, the scouts did take a heavy beating there. Let's see for Fourth Raven's villager situation: 32 against Dovahkiin's 42, so 10 villagers down due to the feudal age aggression of the Mongols player. Dovahkiin shouldn't be too far off Castle Age either, definitely has the resources for it, might be missing the second building, which is going up right now. So once the blacksmith is up, we'll be seeing Castle Age for the Mongols player, who is probably also on stone at this point, right, to get into the Magadai. Atten with the knights out should be no problem cleaning up the scouts of Fort Raven here, but Antwin has quite a few archers out. Again, with knights on the field, that is a big issue though, having the archers out. Heal bonus helps a little bit, but you could just send more knights to join in and you clean up these archers before they can even become crossbows. See, +2 knights against feudal age archers, not really an issue. I'm assuming felting is in here, and it is. Yeah, still no sign of enemy dogs on the shorelines here. Knights numbers from the Khmer increasing here, doing some work. But knights not necessarily going to be viable against the Indians' camels as the game goes on here. We have both the pockets in the Castle Age, not too significant differences between the uptimes there. What's this villager gonna do for Atten, home with Siege Workshop, and then backing off a bit, okay? One ram to rule them all. Entering here while being fired at by the Saracen's archers, that's not really going to do much, so just look at the pierce armor of the ram, it's ridiculous. And now the knights are free to run in with Anwen only 23% up here, is going to lose the archer mass yet again, choke point or not. These are +2 Khmer knights, and Anwen is having a serious struggle getting the army numbers up here, unfortunately. I don't mind the idea of Saracen's flank on Scandinavia, because you have an easier time breaking through palisade walls or any kind of building. But whether you're up against a player going earlier to the gas stage like this, you're going to struggle with your archer. Look at these raids, man! Oh, this game might end just right here on the Fourth Raven took a serious beating from the scouts opening of Dovahkiin, and here come the Knights of Atten to diminish the Anwen villager numbers down to 22 here. And look at Fourth Raven's upgrade, has the +1/+1 for the camels. It is the counter unit to knights, but still lacking upgrades compared to the Khmer knights with +2 defense. The fights aren't ideal. Good production by 4th Raven though to clean up the Khmer Knights just like that, and now it's Atten down to only 3 military, whereas 4th Raven has 17 total. Hello, Barrel Master 3000. Indian camels have bonus against buildings, so they're gonna clean up this forward siege workshop nice and easy. And then probably content with the raids on Anduin though. Anduin reaching Castle Age, getting crossbow, but barely any military to benefit from that, and population at only 27 here. Rooster, the Malay player, on the other hand, is doing nicely on their side. Significant crossbow masses and potential for a nice and earlier Imperial Age and our list here. Getting pressured by the Britons, of course. That extra range of the Britons is going to be an issue, but the crossbow numbers seem to be higher for Rooster here. Such animal cruelty. Mangudai versus camels. Would be decent, of course, if there were more Mangudai, but that's a fight that the green player needs to shy away from immediately. Khmer Knights +1 attack now, and what's the situation for 4th Raven? Has that +2 defense and +1 attack. Yeah, camels should win this, unless the Mangudai can do some serious work from behind here. Not the prettiest fight ever for PdU here, but also cleaning up camel numbers, so I guess it's worth it. 17 military for 4th Raven now. Dovahkiin and Atten at a fairly low number now. And for the time being, only one castle to produce Mangudai for the Mongols. Dovahkiin 11 Mangudai out now. TBW fighting 1-on-1 versus Malay here, but being outnumbered. And yeah, same upgrades, but that extra range for the Britons could still help in the fighting. You'd easily reach over the woodlands here. So can 4th Raven buy enough time for Anduin to stabilize here? We see most of the camels gathering up in Anduin's base just in case of any new raids entering here. Anduin should probably consider re-walling to keep any raids out. There's also sending crossbows over to this side to try and hit the Khmer player from the top. Yeah, Britain's rage at work here. If you micro properly, Rooster shouldn't be able to hit the Britain's crossbows here. But let's go to Rooster's POV again and see that? We should be seeing Imperial Age any moment now. Clicked for Rooster, and it's queued behind the villager here. There we go, even cancel that villager to speed up the Imperial Age transition. And being Malay, it's research 66% faster, so that's going to be a huge power spike for the Malay here. With Arbalest and Bracer, that in Britain's Castle Age bonus is negated, then they are matching each other. And Arbalest obviously better damage output than Castle Age crossbows. Nice crossbow range from Anduin here, making work of the military numbers. 23 is probably using the market here to adjust and to keep the ranges producing, which is good. Perks of being Saracens there, even if they kill your villagers, you could keep production by using the market, transitioning gold or other stuff into units. Knights to engage here. No, don't go away from the choke point. Stay there. Nice. But Atten, of course, can delete his own walls and get more favorable fights here. I think he needs to delete some more. But enter the Mangudai as well to join in the fight. As Rooster hits the Imperial Age as well and will have a good potential to Out micro the Britons here. TBW, no sign of Imperial Age, and only producing mangonels at this point. Just wait for Arbalest Embracer. You could easily focus down the mangonels due to the extra range, and then start contesting the crossbows. Mangonels don't work here at this point once Arbalest Embracer kicks in. More castles for the Mongols. That would be the third castle so far, I think. And again, some raids going on there. Camels raiding from 4th Raven. I don't think that's going to make enough of an impact here. 4th Raven also not producing at all now, not replenishing any units. Look at the nice production from the Khmer. Imperial Age on the way. Looks like a general massive military lead for PdU, if we don't count the Arbalest mass of Rooster, of course, who is now currently focusing down mangonels and will diminish the Britain's numbers significantly here. Imperial Age on the way for the Britons though, so the clock is ticking for Rooster here to get as many builder or archer skills as absolutely possible here. There's the Imperial Age for Dovahkiin as well. Look at this economy! The water hasn't been contested by any player here. And now the castle goes up for the Mongols at home base. No, the Mongols, that's Britons, sorry. Britain's defensive castle here. And the fight before all of this. You can't take this fight, even with that similar range. You need to preserve the numbers for arms. 20% to go. 5+3 range against 5+3 of the Arbalest. But once Imperial kicks in, then the... Okay, maybe it's a... it's not horrible, but there's going to be so many crossbows lost before Arbalest can kick in. Even the faster working ranges of the Britons can't remedy that. This is a great forward of Rooster here. So Imperial Age is in, that's 5+4 range for the crossbows, can now outrange the Arbalest. We have Arbalest Bracer on the way for Britons as well, that should be 5+5 range. So still some hopes here, but in the meantime Rooster has gotten some serious kills here. 100 villagers, probably got the fish traps rolling as well for the Malay here. Never-ending fish traps. And just a overall brutal offensive here on TBW's side. This game is also intense, yeah, for sure. So it looks like both the flanks are taking a serious beating. The Britons being negated. There are only 10 military for the Britons, but here come the Mangudai. Are they even... Yeah, they should be elite Mangudai in not too long as well. Let's have a look at the resources here. Dovahkiin just floating so many resources here. Ease of production of Mangudai here. Has all 4 castles producing. This is going to be the Mongols' death ball, not almost impossible to stop. Where are knights entering? Why aren't they cavalry yet? It's on the way. And let's get back to the military sizes here. PdU, yeah, PdU is still in the military lead here. Even if TBW lost the numbers here, he has Britain's ranges that work faster, and he has at least 4 of them to replenish the Arbalest numbers. Keep in mind that Mongols in the Imperial Age have access to drill, their unique technology as well. We see chemistry and elite Mangudai kicking in here, and Dovahkiin with at least 44 Mangudai here, soon to be elite. That's just going to be brutal once they get the full upgrades in. I don't think Heavy or Imperial Camel from the Indians can withstand this kind of pressure from the Mangudai. Cavalier, obviously a subpar choice at this point for the Khmer. Well, I might actually want the Khmer player to go into something else. Say maybe halberdiers against the Indians, but then again there are still arbalesters on the field that need to be dealt with. But then you have Britain's arbalests to outrange the Malay ones. And Dovahkiin might not even need the drill siege here to finish this off, because another castle goes up and the Mangudai numbers are just off the charts here. It's 60 military for Dovahkiin. I'm assuming that's basically only Mangudai at this point. Slowly pushing with more castles, could get Trebs out here to push. I'd still like to see some siege workshops as well to tear down buildings and production capabilities of the opposing team here. And Fourth Raven making decent production here as well. 4 stables producing the camels, as the Khmer player still commits to Cavalier, which won't be doing too great against heavy camels. But still, of course, can work as a mid-chill. I think Khmer could go into Hussar here in the midst of the Mongols, and they should be just fine here. You just need something in between the Mangudai and the opposing units, so the Mangudai can get pre-fire. Look at them slaughtering the camels. Indians have a little bit extra, plus 2 pierce armor in Imperial Age for their stable units, but that's just not going to be enough against this mass of units. Dovahkiin, look at the score, look at the numbers. 60 elite Mangudai and counting. Anduin going to Imperial Age, but look at the score, it's just way below here, 7,000 points below the highest score on the opposing team. Siege workshops being added, and drill presumably as well. That was a golden crown, so that would be the Imperial Age unique technology. Oh, big battle to the south here. Big ball of Arbalest and some elite skirts mixed in for Rooster. That's still the issue of the extra Britain's range that could help TBW a bit here. And TBW at this point mainly needs to hold, I'd say, because the Mongols' death ball is just so huge here. 60 plus, what is this, 80 Mangudai maybe? 80 armor at least. Yeah, missing siege, definitely. Mongols adding the rams though, so this should help a lot in clearing out enemy presence. Capped rams, do we have siege ram on the way as well? And drill is in, although it doesn't quite look like it. That's probably because there aren't units garrisoned, but I know we researched drill as well. By the looks of it, they're going straight for the pocket to cripple the mobility of Fourth Raven. Rooster still with a good push here though. Could be that Britons eventually need to go into Onager here to clean out some masses of the melee, but this is just one player going down. Anduin is still far behind, all things considered. It's in the Imperial Age, but didn't even get to Arbalest yet. And in the meantime, we have how many siege rams here? 7 siege rams or so from Dovahkiin and the elite Mangudai pushing into the pocket, and should easily be able to push the main base of Rooster after this as well. Where are these guys going? Don't idle the rams, man. Oh, look at the brave elite skirmishers trying to kill a ram here. That's gonna take them a while. Yeah, I think this is looking rough for Fourth Raven here. Brave indeed. TC goes down. Did Fourth Raven only have 1 TC the whole time? No, we had 2. So never mind. GG well played is called. This will be a 2-0 for PdU. Taking a convincing Mongols win on Scandinavia here. One of the absolute strongest civilizations for Scandinavia, in my opinion, given the extra hunt and everything. Yeah, it was the previous game was good as well. It was on 4 lakes, so the teams are quite even. Just maybe a bit better coordination for PdU. Look at the KD, Mangudai masses, 97, probably 90 of that was Mangudai or something insane. Rooster with a serious push on the south side as well, though. Did incapacitate the Britons after all. Khmer through the eco showing here for Aten, probably setting up for the Hussar raids. And Mongol scouts opening doing serious work on Fourth Raven side. This was a crucial title fight. After this set, PdU was 1 point behind Shikari, and Xool was 1 point behind PdU. Oh, nice.